Welcome back to the City Yard Podcast. How is everybody doing today? Real quick, for those of you that do follow sports, happy fucking draft day, baby. It is draft day. It is the one time during the offseason for football that we all are under one fucking roof to cheer for our team, okay? My Giants, God please bless us. We have 2 first-round picks, the 5th and the 10th, after trading Dexter Lawrence to Cincinnati. I feel like we fleeced them, but hey, we'll see what happens, right? Real quick, I'm again, it's nothing like my fourth episode or something like that. I'm just very proud of myself for sticking with this podcast thing. I've been talking about doing podcasts for a couple years now, and I did one. Okay, so give me some time here. So I did one right back in the day when the app was called Anchor, which is I guess no more, or they changed it to now it's Spotify for creators. Or of creators or something like that, and I use that too. So real quick, shout out to everybody that's either found me on Spotify, who's been listening to my content. I know they're short. I know they're, whatever the case may be. I apologize. I'm still trying to get used to doing podcasts. I'm still also trying to figure out a way to make these longer, because the app that I am using right now only gives me about 15-ish minutes to do them. So that's why they're short, but I promise you it will get better. It just gotta take time. What you can do though now is on a desktop, your cell phone, tablet, whatever you have, on YouTube, look up the City Yard Podcast. It's just it's there. I promise you. I already have 7 subscribers on my channel. That was because this channel used to be, I used to post a lot of things. Like, I post a lot of shorts. I post, what else I post? I post a Truth or Drink game with me and my friend. Y'all can check that out too before you check out the episodes. For those of you that are new to my podcast episodes, the first ever episode will be on YouTube, all the way up to this one. I'm just, I'm going to drive them as much as I can. Again, I'm kind of getting off topic here because it was supposed to be about the draft. But yeah, I just want to give a real big shout out to the people that have actually been listening to my podcast. Like I said, it means a lot. I really want to stick doing this. I really want to be that person that y'all can listen to if you're having a bad day or whatever. Even like myself, sometimes I listen to my podcast. And it's not because I don't want to. It's just I listen, either I'm sleeping because I work an overnight job, which is, it's okay. Or whatever the case may be. But, this is something I really want to do. To be honest with you, I want to grow this, like the channel. I want to grow it. I'm at 7 for subscribers. I have 25 videos, but I believe they're all shorts. I think, I could be wrong. I haven't really been on my channel in a minute. So I'm definitely looking forward to growing this channel. And anytime I will have, visual, episodes of the City Yard Podcast. But for the time being, it's going to be audio until I get everything situated, and, we'll see what happens. I do hope to, my goal for the YouTube channel with this podcast is literally, I want to hit maybe like, 350 by the time summer rolls around. Again, I'm trying my best here, guys. I really love making these podcasts. I mean, again, I go off sometimes. I talk about other random shit, But definitely tell your family, your friends, spread the word. You could also follow me on what the hell is it called? On X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it. And that's also the City Yard Podcast, or at the City Yard Podcast. But yeah, so anyway, let's get into it real quick. I gotta kind of rush through this a little bit just because I have to get back to work in a few minutes. Well, not a few minutes. I got like an hour. I go back at like 3. But I like today. I can't sleep. I couldn't sleep. I'm exhausted. I was gonna just lay here. Excuse me. I was just gonna lay here and not record the podcast, but I'm gonna record it because I've been doing this basically on a weekly basis. There will be another episode out to I'm gonna say tomorrow or Friday morning, depending on what I do tomorrow night because I'm off. So I might do that. Also, like I said, definitely go check out the YouTube channel. It's only this City Yard Podcast on YouTube. But yeah, so real quick, I have a story. I have a few stories, but I'm gonna tell this one real quick and probably end it there. But so for those of you who don't know me, like I said, the first episode will be on the YouTube channel hopefully tomorrow. Hopefully. But for those of you that don't know me or are new to this channel or new to the podcast, I grew up in New York City, Staten Island. All right, I used to play hockey. I used to play hockey on Staten Island, and to be honest with you, I forget the name of the team, but we had this. We had like a tournament to see who can score the puck from the face-off circle at like basically the halfway point, right? I was I almost killed myself there. Excuse me. So where it's like the halfway, like half court is the same way for the ice, right? And it was a plastic goalie that had the 5-hole open on the ground. Or on the floor. So I remember playing ice hockey. First time ever being on skates, I busted my ass at least as a child, like numerous times. Okay, numerous times. But then I got into it. I played well. Did a lot of good things. Had fun playing. Had exhibition games and all that fun stuff. But anyway, so getting into this. I remember, we all had to see who could make it. And, we had some that made it and some who couldn't. And then it was my turn. So I was like, damn. As a kid, you want to be that one person to be like, oh, yeah, I can make it in. I was self-down on myself the whole time. I'm not going to lie to y'all. So, cool. So boom, right? I hit the puck. And I'm watching it. I'm like, okay, cool. And at one point, I just turned around because I'm like, damn, I really don't want to see it. Because if it doesn't go in, I'm going to kind of be pissed, but it is what it is. As a kid, you can't really be mad at it, but whatever. So as I go to shoot it, I watch it, and I was like, all right, I can't see. So my back's turned, and I'm waiting. And next thing you know, I hear the coaches yelling. I hear my father yelling from up in, like, the stands. And they're like, oh, my God, it went in. Good job, whatever. So, like, we got to take that puck home. I'm not going to lie to y'all. When I say as a child, knowing that I did that was the greatest highlight of my life. Now, as you get older, there's more highlights that are good. Like, I played football in high school. I'll get into stories with that. I'll get into more stories about where I was living at in Jersey. I'll get into, stories about living in New York or wherever the case may be. But like I said, as a kid, that was a highlight. Like, I love that. I really wish I played football. Sorry. See, I'm all over the place. Wish I played hockey just so I can relive that. Because, like, that shit was fun. So, yeah. Like, it was cool. I mean, again, like I said, when I used to play, again, as a kid, bust your ass all the time on the ice. I remember one time, and I wish this was, like, a made-up story. For those of you that either do play hockey or never played hockey, like, if you ever watched hockey, you know, they'll come out from where the benches are, and they'll skate, like, halfway, you know, around their thing, and then the other team skates on the other side. So, when you do practices and shit, it's the full rink. We do laps. So, you know, when you're new to it, you don't really know what you're doing. So I remember I used to just skate so fucking hard that when I got into the turn, like the roundabouts or what you call them, I used to slam right into the boards. That was me clapping my hands, by the way. I used to hit the boards so fucking hard. And I just laughed. I thought this shit was the funniest thing in the fucking world. And then when we had, you know, scrimmages against each other, I would take it to the point where it's like, all right, cool. I want to be that person to like, yo, I want to hit you. I want to be that first person that hits you. You know what I mean? So when we scrimmage against each other, you know, from our teammates, oh shit, what? I used to fucking throw body, throw elbows, hip check them into boards. I was a menace. But yeah, that was that. So you know, that's really what I want to come on here about and talk to you guys about. Just like I said. Again, I appreciate everybody that listens to my podcast on Spotify and on Speaker or wherever the hell you get your podcast from. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate the support. Let's keep building to a bigger audience. Let's, you know, have interactions. Please comment. Follow me on YouTube, The City Yard Podcast. The City Yard Podcast. That's it. Follow me on X or Twitter, wherever the fuck you want to call it. Follow me on that. Same thing. That's going to be y'all can tweet me questions. I will definitely answer them in the podcast. If there's other things you want me to talk about, go ahead and hit me up on that on X. And yeah, just look out for another episode. I'm hoping either tomorrow night around 2-ish or maybe Friday morning. And yeah, so till then, have a good day, you filthy animals.